Hey camp nurses, thank you so much for serving in this capacity. I appreciate each one of you and just bringing your gifts and talents and skills to this part of Rock Kids Camp. So just a quick overview of what things will look like when kids arrive for you, and then what your week will look like. On the very first day when kids arrive, if they have, we call it a medical card in their envelope when they register, it'll tell them to come over to see you, which you will be at a registration tent that says medical on it. And each one of you have a team. One of you are team A, team B, team C. And that means you'll be responsible for that group of 50 children. So if a kid comes to you and they're like, I'm team A, then you will talk to that kid. You'll find out any specific information from the parent that may need to be known about that child, whether it be, hey, they have an allergy, which if they have an allergy, you'll give them a white bracelet that says, and you'll write allergy on it in red. That way we're aware anything that happens during the week, we just know, hey, that kid has an allergy. It just keeps us aware of what's going on. Or if they maybe have like an EpiPen situation, the parent would give that to you and you would write the child's name on the EpiPen on a Ziploc bag and stick the EpiPen inside. Or if there's a medication that needs to be administered, like a prescription medication, you would get all of that information. And if you will be the one who administers that, and you will be responsible for making sure the child takes that. So if Jimmy needs to take whatever it is at noon each day, you would make sure to administer that. So if you need to set a timer on your phone or whatever that is to make sure that happens, that is awesome. So the kid comes, you'll talk to the parent, you'll get the medication or whatever it is that they may need to discuss with you, and then you will send the kids on their way. So if there is a medical situation, if it's just like something like a Band-Aid or an ice pack or whatever, you will want to write out an incident report, and those will be in your nurses' bags. We will have bags stocked with you with everything you would need. And there's also a clipboard with incident reports. So you would write out an incident report. So we just have a record of that and what you guys have done while you're at camp. Also, if there's a situation where, like, let's say the kid needs the EpiPen, you would be the one to administer that. If a kid needs a Band-Aid, the counselors are sending them to you. Like, you have all of the medical things. We do ask that you don't give out medications like ibuprofen, Tylenol to our volunteers. If they need to take that and they have brought that, that's fine. If they're an adult, we won't even have that in your bag, right? But if they're an adult and you happen to have some in your purse and they're an adult and they're consenting, like, yes, I can take this, then that's fine. If you want to share your own personal medication with them as far as ibuprofen goes, I'll let you do that. But they're instructed that if they need anything like that, they should be bringing it. If it's a minor, like we have several volunteers who are under the age of 18, we're gonna need to call their parents before we give them anything of that sort, just to make sure it's okay. And then after camp is over, all 3 days are at the end, you will be at the checkout process. So if there's any kids that need to have their medications given back or their EpiPens given back in those situations, you will make sure you hand those to the parent, that they are going home with the child. You will have all the medical information that we've been given about all the campers. So if there is a medical emergency and you're not on that team, you are still able to help out in that situation. As far as volunteers go, if there's a medical situation with them, we aren't going to print off all their medical information, but we can pull up their registration file where they have written down any medical information that there may be. So if there's a situation where we think somebody's having a heart attack or whatever it is, we can pull up their medical information and just double check everything if the situation arises. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You will be traveling with your team. So if you're like the team A nurse, you will go with team A everywhere they go. And so if they go to the pool, you're going to the pool. Above all, you're going to Above All Trampoline Park, all those things. So if you would if you want to participate in some of those things, make sure you have your waivers filled out and complete so you can be ready to go. Any questions, holler back at me. I appreciate you guys, and it's going to be an awesome 3 days of camp. Thank you. Bye-bye.